To another Vintage Views. Today we're having a look at a plate stand. No, not really. We're having a look. Well, we're doing something slightly different again. Having a Spectrum Spectacular. I've been buying a lot of stuff on eBay, as you'll see in one of my new stuff videos that'll be going up shortly. This is a 48K rubber Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is the monitor that, well, the computer that was supposed to be the BBC Micro. If you watch Microman, you'll understand. This is the 48K version, the rubber keys. It doesn't work. I bought it as untested, which I should have known means doesn't work. I got the poly inserts, the power supply, all the cables, didn't get the games or anything. I wired it all up, got it, and I get a black screen from the TV out. I think I can fix it. There's a damn funny hum coming from the system. Now, I really wanted to play some Spectrum games on a Spectrum, so I was a bit miffed at that. That's my own fault, but however, I went buck on eBay and bought another one. Its successor, the Spectrum Plus. This is essentially a 48K Spectrum, like we had a look at there before. However, there's a lot fewer chips inside. The keyboard's easier to use, slightly bigger. It's a handy reset switch on the side, which is really useful. The ports in the back are exactly the same. In fact, early on in its life, you could get a conversion kit to change that into that. And they were also on sale at the same time. Now, this one, I used to buy it now. I got, or the best offer. It was really nice. I got the system, all the cables, another power supply, a pile of games, some Crash magazines, Crash power tapes, a lot of good stuff. Still no tape player. So how do I play games? Well, either I type them all myself, it'll take an eternity, or we use a bit modern technology. So, me being a lazy git, using a bit modern technology. Here we have a Palm Life drive. This is basically a PDA that has a 4 gig hard drive in it, plus an SD reader. Does various things, reads ebooks, plays videos, etc, etc. However, I'm using it as an MP3 player today. There's a handy program on Windows and on Linux actually called WinTZR, which allows you to play, I suppose you could call them ROM files or tape image files, directly from your PC or Mac or whatever into the Spectrum to be loaded onto the monitor to be played like real games. Now, there's various ways you can do it. You can convert using the TZR file, convert it to to WAV or MP. In this case, I put my MP3, shove it on the MP3 player, just because pretty much it looks cool. Now, at the moment, it takes the normal loading time. I believe there is a way to speed that up, but never mind. Right, let's show you that it actually works. I'm not making this up, so we hit the J button to bring up the load. PT brings you up to that. We hit that screen, that means it's waiting for a signal. We load up this and push start. And there the game's starting to load now. Good advantage of this is, I know this game's going to take exactly 2 minutes 25 seconds to load. So I have to speak rubber for 2 minutes 25 seconds. Right. Yes. First up, getting the Spectrum to work on a TV, modernish TV, is a nightmare. I mean, this TV isn't new by any means, but it has an auto-tune facility, which basically means the TV insists on tuning on its own channels, and not a problem when you have things that have strong signal outs, you know, like the Master System up here, or the Dreamcast. In fact, they work perfectly. Pretty much every other system I've got. This thing, what a nightmare. I mean, I got it tuned in after hours and hours of playing with it. And even now, it's not perfect, and it doesn't work. I can't get it to work on any of my flat panel TVs at all. Bit of a shame, but never mind. However, it does work on this old CRT TV, so if you're looking to get a Spectrum to play games on, you know, like real genuine games, then you will need an older CRT TV. The older the better. Something you can tune in manually with knobs and dials in the back. Another thing you probably noticed is there's no sound. I think you'll remember the classic Spectrum Commodore 64 CPC loading sounds that would come from the tape deck. This has no sound output. It all goes directly down this lovely little cable into the Spectrum, so the game will load. Now this game's a really quite an early game. It's here. I think it's a packing game, one of the Spectrum packs actually. This will run on a 16K, which you can get a 16K version of that, or a 48K, which is that. Released in '82 this game, or well, that's what the copyright says. Now, another thing I did get with it is a Kempston joystick interface, which means I can plug it in the back, I could show you on the rubber keyed one. There's not to break the one that's loading, because he tries to do it one-handed and fails miserably. So I can plug a standard 9-pin joystick in. Mega Drive, Atari, they all work perfectly well. I've got a lovely Cheetah 125 Plus, plus some other random one that I got with it, which rattles like hell and is, well, don't really want it for that. Never mind. By the sounds of it, the game's loading now. Sound out the TV is not an issue because it comes from the Spectrum's internal speaker. I believe that changed in the later versions, but on this one, it comes to the internal speaker. So copyright 1982 Beam Software. Premise of this game is really simple. We have a little green Horace up top there. He wants to go skiing. So first off, we have to get him across the road, which is, I've tried this one-handed and is next to impossible. And this is the first game I ever played. So very nostalgic for me. You've got to get him across to the ski shack here to get his skis. To get his skis, he travels back across the road. Whee! He's got his skis there. He travels back across the road, and he can go skiing down the ski slope now. Oh goodness, I actually made that. So we'll get to watch him go skiing. I mean, the game is really simple, but absolutely, I love this game. This game has given me so much fun over the years. It's a great game. Now, what are my plans for the systems? Well, the rubber keys one I'm going to attempt to repair. It could just be a problem with the RF out, or it could be a chip problem. I mean, the machine's approaching 30 years old, so what do you expect? Oh god, I was better at this game when I was about 4. But I'm going to try and get the games to load quicker. I have seen videos on YouTube of people loading from MP3 players in like 4 and 5 seconds, so if we can figure out how to do that, that'd be really good. But you can't beat playing a classic Spectrum game on a real Spectrum and not an emulator, especially on an old CRT TV with tons of interference in it. Right, there will be more vintage use coming up as well as more stuff videos, so keep looking for them. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you next time.